Hello, vinyl community. Welcome back. This is Hubtunes. I don't know why I just did that. I am Mike. This is Hubtunes. I took a week off. Sorry about that. I needed a little break. Went out of town. Did some camping for 6 days, and needed another 3 or 4 days to recover from camping. Camping's not as relaxing as people think it is. I got a weird, yeah, okay, there we go. So vinyl finds for June 2023. I'm continuing to be a little more selective sorry, I had to get one record that was actually on the record player. I'm still trying to be a little more selective as to what I purchase. I'm not doubling up on things. I am streaming beforehand. I am not buying any more jazz piano trios because I have way too much already and I don't listen to them. I'm not buying every tone poet that comes out. I'm being a little more selective. I've gone through this in other Vinyl Finds videos, so it's going well, kind of. This month I did have a little extra expendable cash, so I did buy a few things that wasn't really planning on. But anyway, this first one, I love Fela Kuti. I am buying this whole series, everything that comes out at the 50th anniversary. They're reissuing a bunch of his stuff. A lot of it's on colored vinyl. This one is on gray vinyl. This is his album Gentleman. I love these 50th anniversary reissues. They are great. If you guys see them, grab them now because they sell out really fast. Fela Kuti is an African musician, producer, songwriter, just a freaking legend. I have so many of his records. I actually just purchased a box set, which I will probably show in the next video. But I'm picking up every one of these 50th anniversary reissues. These things are great. They sound awesome. Highly recommend those. This is the most recent one. This is one of those, well, I didn't own this record, so I bought it. But it's an anniversary reissue on Kill Rock Stars. This is the great debut album by Elliot Smith, Roman Candle. I did not own it. I used to have it on CD many years ago, and I figured, you know what, I might as well buy it. It is on a pretty cool kind of translucent yellow splatter, whatever color that is. But a great album by just a legend who's no longer with us, died tragically. Elliot Smith, Roman Candle. Had to add that to my collection. This is a terrific band and a album that's definitely going to be on my top 25 records of this year. I love this band. They are from Chicago. I've seen them live a couple of times. I liked a lot of their earlier albums, and now they kind of lost me a little bit, but this one is great. This is Californ. The title of the album is called Villagers. It's really cool. If you like Wilco, very similar to Wilco, very folky, soothing vocals. Weird middles of songs, weird endings to songs. They get a little jammy. Just a terrific record. Villagers by Californ. This is an album, I don't know if I showed this in last month's. I have a feeling I did show this, but I'm going to show it again because it's such a great record. This is the reissue of Suicide's second album, A Way to Life. Really well done. I love this record. I just think it's absolutely terrific. They did a really good job with it. It's reissued. They got a nice little book in here. I don't remember. No, it's on black. But nice little book and a nice little kind of like write-up of them. There's some extra songs. There is a single edit of a live version of Born in the USA, the Springsteen cover, done only the way that Suicide could do it. If you're not familiar with Suicide, they're kind of a post-punk, punk, minimalist, electronic punk band, if that makes any sense. But this is a wonderful record. Their debut is one of my favorite albums. But this one's right up there. It's really, really good. Highly recommend that. A couple of soul records. Coal Mine Records is doing such a wonderful job. They are releasing really, really obscure, interesting records. They reissued this. This is Barbara Howard on the Rise, and it is a soul record from. She's from Cincinnati, I believe, and they only made about, I think, 500 of these, and I'm not sure if it's sold out or not. But they did a real nice job. Tip on covers. It's on black vinyl. It sounds great. She opens with a cover of Light My Fire, the Doors song, and it's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. It's just a soulful version of it. It's not 10 minutes long. It's pretty short. There's a couple other songs. You Made Me So Very Happy. You know, the great cover of the Motown classic, Welcome Home, another great cover. There's some really good stuff on here. I'm really, really enjoying this. She has a terrific voice, and this was pretty cheap. It was very reasonable, and it sounds really good. So I picked this up. Barbara Howard. I need a little more soul in my life, so thought I'd get that. This is a pre-order that I had for quite some time, and I just am blown away by this record. I love this artist. This is Still Bill by Bill Withers. I had this pre-order put in months and months and months ago. This is the Mobile Fidelity version, and it is Mobile Fidelity knocks the Bill Withers catalog out of the park. This and the live one and the greatest hits sound absolutely phenomenal. This is right up there. It is one of the great albums of all time. Bill Withers, Still Bill. This was I found this in a record store. This is a little more soul funk here. I found this in a record store. I'd never heard it before. And it's Ginger Baker, Stradivarius. It's a cutout, but this is with Fela Kuti. And I have a couple of the other records that he's done with Fela Kuti, and I had never heard this, and it's really, really good. There is a guitarist on here. What is his name? His name is... Who is the guitarist? Oh, crap. Now I can't see it. Bass guitar. I don't know who the guitarist is, but he is absolutely... Why can't I see where the guitarist is? Guitarist. Why can't... Okay, I don't see where the guitarist is. They're not listing it. Anyway, the guitarist on here is really, really good. And Fela Kuti is all over this. The drumming, obviously, with Ginger Baker is spectacular. I highly recommend this. If you're a fan of, African music and great drumming, this is really good. And I picked it up pretty cheap. It's on Atco, and yeah, really, really surprise record. I'm thrilled to get that. I also picked this up at the records at my local shop. This is Reuben Wilson, Cisco Kid. I had heard about this record from a lot of people talked about it on Instagram and on YouTube. I've seen it mentioned several times in different channels and stuff, and this is really good. It's funky, funky, funky. I mean, Reuben Wilson is funky anyway, but now he's doing 70s covers, and he's really funky. He does the Cisco Kid, the war song, Last Tango in Paris, and he covers also the Superfly. So this is a really fun. This is a party record, just upbeat, really, really, really cool. Done by Groove Merchant. Put this out, and I highly recommend it. It is it sounds great. It sounds really good. It's a nice reissue. And now for some jazz. This is going to be probably one of my top, right now it's probably my second favorite jazz release of the year by a new artist. This is Asher Commodities. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Turbulence and Pulse. and it's on the wonderful International Anthem label here out of Chicago. And you guys, if you follow this channel, you know how much I love International Anthem. I just think it's one of the great record labels going right now. This is absolutely wonderful. It's got all kinds of interesting musicians on it. It just came out a couple of weeks ago. I am absolutely in love with this. This is a wonderful, wonderful jazz record. It's got Afro beats to it, and it's got a couple of songs with vocals, but it's just really, really cool. This was apparently I still had a pre-order on one of the Prestige titles, and I'm super glad I ordered this. A couple of I think I mentioned this in one of my other videos. When Analog Productions started the reissues of the Prestige titles, I went and I think I ordered like 25 or 30 of them. And of course, they're sold out, and they just got to wait for the repress and everything. And this is one. There were a bunch of them that I kind of was like, oh, I probably should have thought twice. I didn't need this. There were actually a couple of the Coltrane titles that I was kind of like, these aren't that great. But then there's been a couple, like the Tommy Flanagan, the Mobley's Message, stuff like that just blows me away. And this is another one that absolutely blows me away. This is the Tenor Scene, a live recording at Minton's Playhouse in New York with Eddie Lockjaw Davis and the Johnny Griffin Quintet. And this is smoking. I have been listening to this like crazy. This guy, Junior Mance on piano, holy crap, this guy can play piano, and he is stunning on this. Unbelievable. This is one of my favorite of the Prestige releases. Highly recommend this. Get it, grab it. Awesome recording. Sounds phenomenal, and like I said, this guy plays piano. That's just, it'll knock you on your ass. This is a tone poet. I only got one of the tone poets in June. What was the other one? The Time for Tyner. I skipped reluctantly. I don't know. My store still has a couple copies. These aren't not selling out like they used to. I took a pass on it. It's not something I felt I was going to listen to a lot. And I went with the other one, which was Donald Byrd, who is one of my favorite trumpet players. This is Slow Drag with Sonny Red, Cedar Walton, Walter Booker, and Billy Higgins on drums. This is a great jazz record. Holy crap, this is awesome. Just as good as the last Tenor Scene that I showed. This is phenomenal. I am a huge Donald Byrd fan. The opening track, the title track, Slow Drag, is worth the $40 that I paid for this record. It's really good. It's a little out there, but man, it's just still got that hard bop sound to it. This is a wonderful pressing. And last but not least, I found this in my local shop too. It was only a couple of dollars, and I love anything with Pat Martino on it. Pat Martino on guitar. Pat Martino is my favorite jazz guitarist of all time, and he is on this record. I like Eric Claus, and he's actually teams up with Pat Martino quite a bit. So I saw this, I picked it up. It's okay. It's nothing, it's okay. It's a pretty standard, straightforward jazz album. Don Patterson's on piano, organ, and then Eric Claus is tenor and alto sax, and Pat Martino on guitar, Billy James on drums. Pretty straightforward. It's mostly covers. There's one song that's like 8 minutes, but everything else is pretty, reasonably short. It's okay. Like I said, I think I paid $10 for it. But Eric Claus, it is called Introducing Eric Claus. So I'm guessing it's his first album with Pat Martino on guitar. That's it. June, Vinyl Finds 2023. I got a few things coming in. I did let it slip. I bought a Fela Kuti box set. It's been staring at me on Amazon for a very long time. I do not usually buy from Amazon anymore. So I'm fingers crossed it arrives in one piece. I have really bad luck with Amazon. But it was a 7-record set for $100. With shipping, it was 100. With tax, it was 108, and it was free shipping. 7 records. I'll do it. So I did that, and I got a couple other pre-orders coming in. Yeah, doing good. Struggling through summer. We're starting to get some hot weather here in Chicago. Going to a few concerts. Going to see Mavis Staples. Going to see Andrew Bird. Going to see, who else? Trombone Shorty. Can't wait to see Trombone Shorty. And there's a couple other concerts. So anyway, hope you're all well. I don't know. Now I'm rambling. Bye.